Yes, it's time to know your place, which for the next half hour is alongside James Taylor, John Glover, and as Worthing Court's odd couple, Roy Dotrice and Patricia Hayes. Ramsay Potts' job as caretaker of Worthing Court, Bloomsbury, is very much an ongoing situation. Give him any situation, and he'll go on about it.
Here we are, Ramsay. Off a shandy.
Oh, told George, I've been looking forward to this. Got a thirst on me and all. Trying to manage that boiler.
Dag?
What are they?
Stevedore High Tar.
Oh, tar, thanks.
Sure, get these off me brother. He's in dredgers down the Gulf.
Oh, they're marvellous. Like a lungful of hot road.
What's up?
Yeah, me back. I ricked it. The old trouble. Irresistible force meets immovable object.
Well, what was it?
A supermarket trolley.
Bad. You better take it easy for a bit.
Take it easy? How can I? If old Deeds thought I wasn't pulling me weight, I'd be out, mate. I'd be out of that job in less time than it takes Yul Brynner to wash his hair.
Well, can't you go sick?
I don't like to. They might find they can manage without me.
Murder working with a dodgy back.
I know. Took me all afternoon to riddle. Eh? Riddle, I said. The boiler, yes.
Oh.
The central heating boiler at Worthing Court.
Oh.
Get the ashes out, you know. Riddle, I have to squat on me haunches.
Well, sorry I can't come round and help.
Yeah, well, I could certainly do with someone on that boiler, just till I'm fit, you know.
Well, what about your cleaner?
Who else? Oh, I'd never hear the last of it. Be calling me the hunchback of Worthing Court the rest of me life.
Comedian, is she?
Besides, she can't keep a secret. She'd let it slip out in front of the bus.
Don't tell her about the back. Give her some other reason to do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah, I'll think about that.
Yeah, if I was you, I'd see a doctor.
Yeah, I might have to. Oh, you know, I haven't been to a doctor since I fell off that swing in the war.
You was on a swing in the war? How old was you?
I was 34. Well, I was getting this cat down, wasn't I, from a tree, and I didn't have a ladder. So I swung up on the swing and got hold of the cat's tail. Then I let go of the swing. You know, that cat had the longest tail in Hackney.
Now, you go to the doctor, Ramsay, and see if you can con that cleaner into doing your boiler for you.
You need hands if your mangle isn't working. You need hands to fill a rubber glove. Morning, Red.
Morning, Elsie.
Oh, I'm all behind today. Just get me mop and start on the landing.
No, not yet, Elsie. Come over here and look at this boiler, eh? Oh, isn't she a beauty?
Well, that old thing wouldn't get me near it. If James Watt saw that, he'd invent double glazing instead.
Well, funny you should say that, Elsie. The managing agent, Mr. Deeds, was talking about that boiler.
Oh, poor old Deeds. Normally I've got no time for the man, but he's certainly got his troubles these days.
Yeah, but...
Have you noticed how harassed he looks?
Yeah, but the thing is...
Shame, his wife leaving him.
Deeds said...
Awful rows at home. His nerves must be like Tessie O'Shea's garters. But what did he say, Ram?
About this boiler. Says everyone should be able to riddle it in case of emergency.
Eh? What sort of emergency?
Ah, well, like there being no one around who knows how to riddle it. So I've to order you to do it till till you're able to do it.
Right. I'm going straight up his office and tell Dastardly Deeds he can take this job and stuff it right up his...
Else? No, you don't want to do that. See, well, he didn't actually say that. It's just what he would have said, you see, if he'd said it.
I don't do nothing that's not in my contract. I clean walls, floors, and the revolving doors when not in use. Riddling is for caretakers.
I was thinking, Elsie, you know how you always want promotion.
Eh? Promotion's the last thing I want.
Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking the best way for Elsie to avoid promotion is to make herself indisposable at menial jobs like riddling the boiler.
I'm happy as I am. Do me job and go home. If I'm expected to riddle boilers, I'll just get another job, thank you. I'm not starting riddling at my time alive.
Elsie, how would it be if I let you off work earlier?
The only time you let me off early is when someone's coming that you don't want insulted.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll let you off early in return for riddling the boiler.
Are you all right, Ram? Or have you been inhaling disinfectant again? That boiler is your pride and joy. You won't let no one touch it.
And that's where I've been selfish.
Look, I am quite content with my job as laid out in my contract. Except for washing Miss Ball's smalls, of course.
That's not in your contract?
No, but I have to do it because she pays me an extra £5. See, being a dancer with the hot kickers, you know, top of the pops, she wears a lot of knickers. Yeah. Not all at once, of course. You've seen 'em, Ram.
Have I?
On telly, I mean. Mind you, I'll get a bit of job satisfaction, I do, when they zoom in on 'em. I think to myself, I've had them under me fairy soap this morning. Her legs is insured for £10,000, you know.
Insured for £10,000?
But not third party. Still, I must say I'm sick of it. 15 gallons of lace petticoats I have to hand wash every week, not to mention the unmentionables. If only someone would take her smalls off me hands.
Yeah, you mean that, Elsie?
I do.
Well, at least I wouldn't have to bend down, would I?
Eh?
No, nothing. No, look, Elsie, you're on. You riddle the boiler and I'll wash her smalls.
Really, Ray?
Yes, I believe a superior should make himself au pair with every aspect of his inferior's work.
As long as I still get the £5.
What? Well, all right. Cool, that's a relief. I'll have a fag.
Go. Not one of your bollard full strength smell like a bonfire in a glue factory. With one of them on, you could get a job as a juggernaut exhaust.
Now, do me a par of good...
Oh, I bet you could cure kippers down your windpipe. Filthy habit.
What are you talking about? You smoke 50 a day, plus other people's.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Mr. Clever Pants, because I give up 6 days ago, didn't I?
Oh, yes, of course you did. Of course, I forgot. Finding it easy, are you?
Yes.
Good.
Providing people don't remind me. All it takes is willpower. I don't notice it at all. Because no one reminds me about not smoking. Oh, hello. Here comes old Deeds.
Mrs. Spurgeon, how are you getting on with giving up smoking?
Nicely, thank you.
Afternoon, Mr. Deeds.
Afternoon, Potts. Well, I'm glad some of us aren't slaves to antisocial habits.
Hey?
In fact, that's why I'm here. I've had orders from our chairman, Mr. Charles.
Oh.
Now, Mr. Charles has received a letter from our Residents' Association. Now, as you know, some tenants feel strongly about smoking in communal areas.
Yes, and it was me started them talking, sir.
Well, the non-smokers want smoking banned in public areas. God knows I've enough problems. Trouble at home, nagging tenants, grasping plumbers. Still, I carry on.
Yes, sir, you certainly do.
Now, Mr. Charles has decided to bring in no smoking rules, and I agree with him.
Quite right. I suppose this doesn't include me, sir.
What you do in your office is your business, Potts, but no smoking in the lobby or on the landings. Now, staff flouting this rule will be sacked.
Oh, God.
Mr. Charles is very anti-smoking. It was he who made me give up.
He made you give up?
Uh-huh. when I was a young clerk in his office. And I'm proud to say I haven't smoked a cigarette for 20 years. I wonder you don't take a leaf out of my book, Potts.
Eh?
Well, there's the health question. I wouldn't like to see you forcibly retired.
Retired? How's that, sir?
We can't have unfit caretakers. Look at poor old Ricks in Dovercourt.
What about him, sir?
Lost his job.
What?
Oh, nothing to do with smoking.
Oh.
No, he had a bad back. Unable to carry out all his duties. Couldn't bend properly, you see. So we had to let him go. We can't carry passengers.
Oh, cold, blimey.
So tomorrow you'll be getting the paraphernalia.
I was thinking of getting liniment, sir.
No smoking signs, padlocks for the ashtrays. I want them up tomorrow. But the policy starts today. So perhaps you'd start by putting that cigarette out?
Oh, not yet, sir. It's not even burning my lips yet. Give that back.
I'm doing you a favour, Potts. Now, make sure you get the job done tomorrow.
There, think of the money you'd save. Since I gave up, I can afford luxuries I can, like paraffin heating.
Look, it's me only vice. I don't want to have to find another one at my age.
And think of your health.
Nonsense. Old Bert Bates, he was on 60 a day, and he lived to be 98.
Yes, but he didn't start smoking till he was 97. And you taste your food more.
That's the last thing I want. I'd have to learn to cook proper.
And you wouldn't have brown teeth.
Brown teeth? That's not tobacco. I was leaning over a tin of creosote and my teeth fell in. Now get on with your cleaning, Else, while I wash my neck and change my cums.
Cool, it's not April already, is it?
No, I made an appointment with the doctor.
With the what?
With the dog.
Oh.
Yes, yeah. I've got to see a man about a dog.
Oh, I think you have been on the disinfectant.
Now, Mr. Potts, what seems to be the trouble?
Well, Doctor, it's me back.
If you'd like to get undressed.
Oh, well, if I've got to. That's why I normally just ask at the chemist. You don't get this. Now, see, I ricked me back last week, given me jip ever since.
There's really no need to remove your socks, Mr. Potts. Just the shirt and trousers.
You got a hanger, have you?
Use the chair, Mr. Potts. Now, when did you last see a doctor?
Over 40 years ago. I haven't been since, because everything I had wrong with me, it's come up on the flying doctor. See, so I cured myself.
Indeed?
Yeah. If you ever get bitten by a rattlesnake, I know how to suck out the poison.
How do I get in?
Oh, well... get in. Oh, you mean it comes? Well, there's a flap at the back. All right, go straight in. Don't bother to knock.
Perhaps if you'd lower them, Mr. Potts.
All right. You need a draft excluder around that door, don't you?
Yes.
Ah!
I haven't asked you to say
It's your cold hands on my... No, look, the pain's a bit higher than that. You got the right place first time. Now you're trespassing. No, now don't... No, I'm not trying to tell you your business, but the pain's in me back. Not down there. If it hurt where you are, I wouldn't have come on me bike, would I?
I am just giving you a checkup, Mr. Potts.
Oh, yeah, I see, yeah.
Breathe in. Do you smoke, Mr. Potts?
Oh, yes, but I have one of my own. See, I saw the adverts. Most doctors don't smoke, so I brought my own.
What on earth are you doing?
Oh, dear.
You may have noticed, Mr. Potts, there are no smoking signs all over my waiting room.
No problem. I nipped in the bug for a couple. Of course, if I'd known, I'd have come in here, wouldn't I?
Look, first, Mr. Potts, there is nothing much wrong with your back. Just don't do any bending for a month.
A month? I don't know if I can make her do it that long.
The back should give you no trouble after that. It'll be a miracle if you're alive to enjoy it much longer.
Hey?
Unless you give up smoking. Do you realize the risks to your health? Now put out that cigarette and sit down.
I'm going to give you a lecture, Mr. Potts.
Oh, I know, glad I know. But I couldn't stick it, see. Of course, I'm not smoking as much as I did, mind. I've cut out the one I used to have before I woke up. But listen, not a word to Ramsay, because he would gloat after all what I've said. Well, yes, of course, you see me smoking, but I've worked out what to tell him. Oh, here comes Ramsay now. Yeah. Ta-da, Glad!
Morning, Elsie.
Ram, I've riddled the boiler like we arranged.
Yeah.
Now, you won't forget Miss Ball's knickers. You promised to wash them in the staff laundry.
All right, later, yes. Else, I thought over what you said. Notice anything different about me?
Let me see. You look dead miserable, very run down. No, nothing different.
Well, you know how I've usually got something in my hand? Only now I haven't.
Hey?
I've given up fags, haven't I? After what he said, after what you said, I've decided to join you. And I see the no smoking signs have arrived. You can help me put them up.
What, me?
Yes, that's something else be useful for you to know about. Bending down and picking up no smoking signs. Now give us that one on top, will you?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, they're self-adhesive. I'll put it up here. Oh, I wish I'd stopped smoking years ago. I feel much better. There's no doubt you do. I sleep better. I eat better. I don't run out of matches. I'm a new man. And I expect you are too, Else.
Got a light?
Here, hang on. Yes, here we are.
Ta.
Yeah, giving up smoking's the best thing you and me ever did. Else? Else, you're smoking.
Yes, I am. Because I've thought about what you said, Ram. Workers' solidarity. What right have they got to stop us smoking? Workers of the world, ignite.
For God's sake, put that out before Deed sees it.
I hope he does. Who does he think he is? Next thing they'll stop us dunking biscuits.
You'll get the sack.
I should worry. I can walk out of here tomorrow and get a management job.
A management job?
Cleaning management offices. I'm not like you, Ram. A cleaner can always find work.
But if you go, he'll find out I can't riddle.
Eh?
Well, yeah, he'll find out I can't riddle because you're doing it.
There's only two things make this job bearable. One is smoking. The other is going home. If Deeds won't let me do the one, I shall do the other. And I don't care who knows it.
But listen, oh my God, here he comes.
Good.
No, give us that fag, quick.
Here, what you mean, stubbing that fag out?
Nothing but trouble and more trouble. Potts, there are complaints about the non-smoking rules. Some of the tenants who smoke feel it's an infringement of liberty.
Dead right.
However, the management are standing firm. There must be no smoking in public areas. Mr. Charles is adamant, and what's that smell?
Smell, sir? Oh, yeah, that's right, sir. They've been putting horse manure on the flower beds.
It's smoke.
Well, that's because it's still fresh. Oh, you mean that? Yeah, that's the old boiler.
It's me.
That's right, the old boiler smoking.
No. Tobacco smoke.
Yes, that's right. Well, you see, your campaign's been so successful, sir. Everyone's been chucking their fags in the boiler, sir.
Oh, well, glad to hear it. But why aren't all these no-smoking signs in place?
Leave it to us, sir.
Oh, good. I'll leave you now. I think I've got one of my migraines coming on.
Phew.
What did you do that for, Ram? I wouldn't have minded him knowing, you know.
Well, I would.
Now I'm off to do me banisters. You won't forget Miss Ball Smalls. Wash them by hand with flakes, or it brings the nap out.
I don't know. What a thing to have printed on a pair of knickers. Two's company. The things I do to keep my job.
There you are, Potts. I've been looking everywhere. Now, Mr. Charles wants more no-smoking areas. This staff laundry, for instance. By the way, what are you doing here?
I'm just laundering, sir. Some of me underwear.
Yes, well, I'd prefer you to do your washing in your own time, Potts. The company doesn't pay you to... Good Lord! Pink silk with frills? Well, you don't look the type to...
I can explain, sir. No, God, no, I can't.
I mean, you don't wear them on the job, I hope, Potts.
No.
Well, I only pray you're not run over. And a black suspender belt? I've often wondered why you never married. Good Lord, we live in strange times. Well, see, the no-smoking rules are kept, Potts.
Don't cry for me, Arthur.
Here comes Mrs. Spurgeon, sir.
Truth is, I never left you.
Thank heavens you're here, else. You can complain to Mr. Deeds about... Oh, my God.
What is it?
No, turn round, sir, turn round. Close your eyes, sir, close your eyes, quick. Just close them, quick, sir, quick. I've got a surprise for you.
What? Very well, Potts.
Else, give us that fag, quick.
All right, here.
Potts, what on earth are you up to?
You opened them?
What are you playing at, Potts?
I was going to show you a trick, sir. Yes, that's it, a trick.
Are you all right, Potts? You're behaving very oddly. Good Lord!
What is it, sir?
Your trouser pocket, man! It's on fire!
Oh, blimey. That's a good trick, isn't it? No, I sit in the sink, so... And the fire is miraculously extinguished.
You ought to see a doctor, Potts. Or I ought to. I just don't know anymore. The whole of Worthing Court's gone mad. I think I'll just go and lie down.
Oh, Ram, how could I have been so blind?
Hey, what are you on about now?
I was just going to tell Deeds what he could do with his no-smoking rules. And then I realised...
Realised what?
I realised why you keep covering for me. Not letting Deeds catch me with a fag on. It's because you don't want to lose me.
Well, in a way, that's true.
You don't have to say it, Ram. You need me.
Yes, I do, yes.
Oh, Ram, that's worth any sacrifice. I shall give up smoking after all. I've got to take care of myself now. For you.
Good morning.
Oh, Mr. Charles, sir. Good day, sir. We wasn't expecting you, sir.
Potts, isn't it, caretaker?
Oh, good of you to take the trouble to remember, Mr. Charles, sir. It's a miracle you did, sir. I mean, with all so many important things on your mind, sir. And this is Mrs. Spurgeon, sir.
Hello, dear.
I dropped in to ask how you're coping with the non-smoking policy, something I feel strongly about.
Oh, yes, sir. A great success. Neither Mrs. Spurgeon nor myself has pumiceed a finger since your directive.
I've thrown away my throwaway lighter. I've stubbed out my final fag. I've made my last fried egg hiss.
And the tenants have got the message, sir. You'll see no more smoking here, sir.
I'm most impressed. I told Dees to bring the scheme in, and between you, you seem to have done it.
We was wondering what's happened to Mr. Dees, wasn't we, Ram? We've not seen him for days.
No, I mean, he seemed a bag of nerves last time he was here. Things getting on top of him, I reckon.
Well, talk of the devil.
Morning, Potts. Mrs. Spurgeon. Oh, Mr. Charles.
Morning, Mr. Deeds. We was just Oh, dear.
Dear.
Deeds, what on earth are you doing with that cigarette?
Smoking it. It's all my troubles. Remember my wife left me? Well, she came back.
Sit down, dear.
Yeah, have one of these stevedore high ties. Yeah, go on. Put one up your nostril. Go on, make up for your stride. Go on, have a good job.
Roy Dotrice and Patricia Hayes have been urging you to know your place with the help of James Taylor and John Glover. The programme was written by Andrew Palmer and Nell Brennan and produced by Edward Taylor.